So, which one of us is doing the intro, Smart?
All right, team, here we are at Rock Tunnel once again. This time we're going in prepared. Blaze, you're still in the lead. Let's light the way with your ember as we venture into the darkness of Rock Tunnel. Stay alert, team, and keep your eyes peeled for any trainers or wild Pokemon lurking in the shadows. Let's do this. Into Rock Tunnel we go.
Okay, I guess you're doing it. While I appreciate the enthusiasm of wanting to light the way with Blaze's ember, it's not bright enough to light anything. However, if you remember correctly, we did teach Flash to Bolt.
Good thinking. With Flash in our arsenal, we won't have to stumble around blindly in the dark. All right, Bolt, it's time to illuminate our path. Use Flash and light up this tunnel. Let's make sure we don't miss anything as we navigate through the darkness.
After picking up a repel, we made our way to the first mandatory trainer, Pokemaniac Ashton. However, since Smart wants me to not miss anything while we're in the Rock Tunnel, every trainer has now become mandatory, skippable or not. I guess I was just in one of those moods today and decided to interpret Smart's words very literally. Ashton sent out a Cubone against Blaze, who did just under half health and got a first turn burn off with an Ember, and put Cubone down on the second turn from a second hit of Ember plus Burn Tick. Ashton is sending out a Slowpoke next, Smart. Do you want to swap Pokemon?
Let's see. Slowpoke is a water psychic type, which means we need to switch things up to gain the advantage. Let's bring in Bolt the Pikachu. Slowpoke's water type means it's weak against electric moves, so we're going to take full advantage of that. Bolt, you're up next. Let's go. Hit Slowpoke with a Thunderbolt, and let's zap our way to victory.
And zapping our way to victory is exactly what happened, with Slowpoke fainting to one hit of Thunderbolt.
That's what I'm talking about, Bolt. One hit knockout. Great job, team. We handled that battle with ease.
Not far from Ashton, we ran into a Pokemon we hadn't caught yet, a Machop. I warned Smart that we were 9 levels higher than it, so we needed to be careful.
All right, let's not pass up this opportunity. Let's try to catch it. Bolt, you're up. Use Thunder Wave to paralyze matchup, and then we'll throw a Pokeball to try and catch it. Let's go.
That sounds great in theory, but Bolt doesn't know Thunder Wave.
All right, let's try a different approach then. Let's have Gus use Whirlwind to weaken matchup a bit, and then we'll throw a Pokeball to try and catch it. Let's go, Gus.
Yeah, no. We also don't know Whirlwind anymore, Smart. Also, I don't think you understand what that move actually does.
Oops, my bad again. In that case, let's switch up our strategy. Blaze, use a weaker move like Scratch instead. We want to bring Machop's health down without risking a knockout.
Okay, cool. Scratch only did like a third of his HP.
Great, that's perfect. Now let's go for the catch.
The first throw broke out after 2 shakes, but we caught Machop on the second ball. Smart named him Smash, and he was sent to the PC. Further ahead, we ran into our second trainer of Rock Tunnel, Pokemaniac Winston. Winston led the fight with a Slowpoke versus Blaze. Smart started off with an Ember, which was not effective.
All right, Blaze, hang in there. We'll find a way through this. Let's switch things up. Slowpoke's water psychic typing means it's weak against electric moves. Let's bring in Bolt the Pikachu to take advantage of that. Use Thunderbolt, and let's turn this battle around.
Yes, thank you. You mentioned that earlier on the last Slowpoke. After eating a confusion on the swap, Thunderbolt fainted Winston's Slowpoke, which won us the battle.
That's what I'm talking about, Bolt. One hit knockout.
A little further ahead, a bit of an unfortunate situation happened while doing some auto training on a wild Pokemon. I accidentally let Blaze die to a magnitude crit from a Geodude, thinking I could easily one-shot it for some XP with Metal Claw. At least it wasn't a Nuzlocke, right? However, the timing on this could not have been better, as a few steps forwards revealed an item on the ground, which happened to be a Revive.
Let's use that Revive to bring Blaze back into action. We'll need our fiery friend at full strength as we continue our journey. Let's go, Blaze. It's time to rise from the ashes and show him what you're made of.
With Blaze back up, we headed into our next trainer battle against Picnicker Martha. Smart had moved Gus into the lead after Blaze fainted, which worked out great as Martha started the fight with an Oddish. Smart's first Gust on Oddish was just barely off from getting the Oko, giving Oddish an opportunity to put Gus to sleep. Flashbacks from the last Oddish battle started going through my head, but Smart had a better strategy this time.
Blaze, you're up. Oddish is weak and ready for the taking. Hit it with an Ember and let's finish this battle swiftly.
Blaze swapped into a Sweet Scent, taking no damage, and was able to finish off Oddish on the next turn with an Ember. Martha is sending in a Bulbasaur next. Do you want to swap Pokemon, Smart?
Bulbasaur, huh? That's a tough opponent. Let's switch things up to gain the advantage. Fury, you're up next. Bulbasaur might be a grass poison type, but with your fighting type moves, we've got the upper hand.
Gain the advantage, you say? Sure, let's go with that. Karate Chop was not effective, but still did over half of Bulbasaur's HP. Bulbasaur hit Fury back with the Razor Leaf, which was also not effective and did significantly less damage than the Karate Chop.
Alright, let's keep up the pressure. Fury, hit Bulbasaur with another Karate Chop and let's finish this battle.
Karate Chop has fainted Bulbasaur, and we've defeated Martha.
That's what I'm talking about, Fury. Another victory for the team.
Next trainer up was Pokemaniac Steve. Steve sent in a Charmander against Gust, who was still asleep from Martha's Oddish. So Smart swapped in Blaze in a display of dominance. After trading not effective members with his Charmander on the next turn, Smart decided to swap up his strategy to use Scratch, which took Charmander out 2 turns later. Steve then sent in a Cubone, which Smart took out easily with a couple more embers. Between trainers, we found a wild Machop, which we woke Gust up against, unfortunately losing half of Gust's HP when it took 3 turns to wake up. But at least Gust was back in the game for the next battle against Hiker Eric, sending out a Machop against our freshly awoken Gust.
Machop might be tough, but we've got the advantage with your flying type moves. Let's start off strong. Hit Machop with a Gust and let's get this battle started.
Gust OHKO'd the Machop, which then Eric sent in Onix next. Smart switched it up to Fury for this fight, once again OHKOing the Onix with a Karate Chop.
That's what I call a knockout Fury. 1 hit and Onix is down.
The next battle didn't go quite as well, with Gust going up against Hiker Allen's single Geodude. Smart started the fight with a Gust, which was not effective and did basically nothing to Geodude, and then was punished with a Rock Throw, which was super effective, fainting Gust. But Geodude went down soon after that, with Smart sending in Fury to finish off the job with a Karate Chop. With Gust down, that meant Stinger was up next in the fight against Hiker Lenny, who sent in a Geodude.
Geodude might be tough, but we've got the advantage with your bug poison type moves. Hit Geodude with a Twine Needle and let's get this battle started.
Right. Sure we do, Smart. However, I wasn't expecting Twin Needle to do even remotely the amount of damage that it actually did, assuming it would be not effective against Geodude. I guess it shows how much I run bug types. Stinger took out this and 2 more Geodudes with some more Twin Needle spam before getting to Lenny's final Pokemon, a Machop.
No need to switch Pokemon. Stinger is doing great against these Geodudes.
The next Pokemon is a Machop, not a Geodude.
My apologies for the oversight. Let's handle this Machop with the same strategy then.
Despite the not effective hit, Twin Needle still hit Machop for half of his HP and got the poison off, but then took a pretty strong hit from a Seismic Toss.
Even when it's not super effective, Stinger's Twine Needle is still packing a punch. Alright, Stinger, let's keep going. Hit Machop with another Twine Needle and let's finish this battle.
The next Twin Needle hit and fainted Machop, defeating Lenny.
Outstanding work, Stinger. Even with the type disadvantage, you managed to come out on top.
Shortly after defeating Lenny, we ran into an Onix, another Pokemon that we hadn't caught yet.
Stinger, we're going to try to catch this Onix. Start off by using Poison Sting to weaken it, but be careful not to faint it.
Poison Sting was nowhere near fainting it, but we got the poison off, so now we're on a timer to catch it before it faints.
Great work, Stinger. That Poison Sting may not have done much damage, but poisoning Onix will make it easier to catch. Now let's use a Pokeball to try and capture Onix while it's weakened.
Onix broke out of the first ball and hit Stinger with a super effective Rock Throw, fainting him. Smart sent in Blaze and threw another Pokeball, this time catching the Onix. Smart named him Rock Slide, and then he was sent to the PC.
Rock Slide, welcome to the team. You're going to be a valuable addition. All right, let's head back to the Pokemon Center to heal up our team and organize our party.
We made our way back out, healed up the team, and made our way back to the next fight against Hiker Oliver, who sent out an Onix against Gust. Smart used a not effective Gust against the Onix, and then ate a big hit from a Rock Throw.
Since Gust isn't very effective against Onix, let's swap him out for a Pokemon that can handle Onix better. Let's bring in Blaze the Charmeleon. He'll have the advantage with his fire type move.
Even though we have Metal Claw, Smart decided to go with Ember. But despite being not effective, with Onix's minuscule special defense, he was taken out after 3 Embers. Oliver sent in a second Onix, which we employed the same strategy for, taking it out as well in 2 Embers. Oliver's last Pokemon was a Geodude, and Smart had other plans for fighting this one.
Let's switch out Blaze for a Pokemon that has a type advantage. Bring in Bolt the Pikachu to handle this Geodude.
Fuck, not this again.
Let's kick things off with a powerful Thunderbolt attack against Geodude.
Geodude is immune to Thunderbolt, and it did nothing smart.
Let's try something different. Use Quick Attack to deal some damage to Geodude.
Well, we at least did some damage this time, even though it was pretty much nothing.
Let's give Thunderbolt another shot. Even if it's not super effective, it should still do some damage.
No, it shouldn't. Thunderbolt did nothing, and Geodude got a magnitude 10, which is super effective, and fainted Bolt.
Well, that didn't go as planned. Geodude's immunity to electric type moves really threw us off there. Bring in Gust and use Wing Attack to deal some serious damage to Geodude.
This continued on for a couple more turns until Geodude got a couple super effective rock throws in, taking down Gust.
That Geodude is relentless. We need to rethink our strategy. All right, Fury, it's your turn to shine. Use Karate Chop to strike Geodude down and end this battle once and for all.
Ah, yeah, it's definitely the Geodude. But at least Karate Chop took out the Geodude and won the battle against Oliver. With Gust down, the next fight against Hiker Lucas started with Stinger versus Geodude. The fight was pretty straightforward, with Stinger just basically spamming Twin Needle against Lucas's Geodude and Graveler. But Smart is starting to get confused on his role, and was repeatedly asking me what move we should use throughout the entire fight.
Do you want to backtrack to the Poké Center to heal up your team?
It's your team, and your decision to make, Smart.
All right, let's backtrack to the Poké Center to heal up the team.
Hey, where are you going, Smart? Oh man, he must have been more disoriented than I expected. Well, let's go honor his last request and go heal up.
All right, let's get back in there and show those trainers in the rock tunnel what we're made of.
Oh hey, Smart, you're back. You must have used an escape rope to get out of there, huh? We got back to where we left off and kept going until we hit Picnicker Sophia, who sent out a Jigglypuff against our freshly healed up Gus. Smart used a Wing Attack, which took Jigglypuff out in one hit, and then again for her Pidgey and Meowth after that.
That's what I'm talking about. 3 in a row, baby. Gust, you're on fire today.
After the fight against Sophia, we stumbled upon the move tutor for Rock Slide. Smart decided to give it to Fury so he would have coverage against flying types. Continuing forwards, we ran into Hiker Dudley, who sent out a Geodude. Smart started with a Quick Attack, which wasn't effective, and then took a big hit from a super effective Rock Throw.
Since our flying type moves aren't effective against Geodude, let's switch it up. Use Aerial Ace this time.
Yes, our flying move Quick Attack was not effective, so we'll switch it up to Aerial Ace, which isn't a flying move. Got it. Despite the stupidness, Aerial Ace got a crit and took Geodude down to about a quarter HP. Thanks to the lucky crit, Smart decided to try another Aerial Ace, and got another crit, fainting the Geodude. Overconfident from the lucky double crit, Smart kept Gustin for Dudley's next Geodude. But after a couple not effective hits from our flying moves, Smart decided to switch it up to a Quick Attack, getting some chip damage in before fainting to a Rock Throw.
Oh, for crying out loud. Gus, what the hell was that? Quick Attack should have been faster than that.
Huh? Quick Attack hit first though. Whatever. Who are you sending in?
Fury, you're up next. Let's go all out with a Seismic Toss. Slam that Geodude into the ground.
Seismic Toss took out the Geodude, and Smart kept Fury in for Dudley's Graveler, fainting him in a single hit with a Karate Chop, and defeating Dudley. With Gust already fainted again, Stinger was in the lead against Pokemaniac Cooper, who sent in a Slowpoke. Smart started with a Poison Sting, trying to get the poison off before getting hit with a super effective Confusion, which, surprisingly, didn't do that much damage.
Hit Slowpoke with a Twine Needle now. Let's see if we can capitalize on that poison damage.
We didn't get the poison though. Either way, Twin Needle was enough to faint the Slowpoke. Cooper's other two Pokemon were both Slowpokes as well, which were promptly taken out by a single Twin Needle each, winning us the battle.
Haha! 3 for 3, baby. Stinger, you're an absolute beast out there. Cooper didn't stand a chance against us.
Making it down to the final floor of the rock tunnel, we ran into Picnicker Leah, who had a Bellsprout and a Clefairy for her team. Mimicking the previous battle, Smart spammed Twin Needle the whole fight, beating both of her Pokemon in 2 hits each.
Stinger, you're unstoppable out there. Picnicker Lee didn't stand a chance against us.
The second last trainer of the rock tunnel was picnicker Ariana, who started off with a Pidgey. Smart decided to go for the poison again, and while he didn't get the poison, it did crit and nearly faint the Pidgey on the first hit. Riding the high from the crit, Smart finished off the Pidgey with a second Poison Sting. Ariana then sent in a Rattata, which Smart kept spamming Poison Sting on, fainting it with 2 more hits. Ariana's next Pokemon was the second Rattata, which Smart continued his Poison Sting barrage on, getting another crit. But before the second Poison Sting, Rattata saw the kill with a Quick Attack, but got a low roll, leaving Stinger at 1 HP before the Poison Sting took it out. With Stinger only having 1 HP left, Smart swapped in Blaze to take on Ariana's last Pokemon, a Bellsprout. 1 Ember was enough to take out Bellsprout, winning us the fight. And finally, we made it to the final trainer of the rock tunnel, picnicker Dana. Stinger was still in the lead with its 1 HP for her lead Pokemon, a Meowth. Despite the lack of HP, Smart still risked it with a Twin Needle, and it paid off, fainting the Meowth in a single hit, and Dana is now sending in a Pidgey.
Considering Pidgey's flying type, Stinger might not have the best advantage here. Let's switch things up and bring in Fury to handle this Pidgey.
Okay, well, we did pick up Rock Slide on Fury earlier.
Since Pidgey's a flying type Pokemon, our fighting type moves will be super effective here. Let's hit it hard with a Karate Chop.
Oh, well, it wasn't super effective, but it was still enough to faint the Pidgey in 1 hit. Smart kept Fury in for Dana's last Pokemon, an Oddish, getting the feint after 2 Seismic Tosses and winning us the battle. With Dana down, there was no one left in the way between us and the exit to Lavender Town, and we finally made it out of the rock tunnel. With the shape of our team, and also how long I procrastinated on recording and editing this video, we decided not to fight the trainers directly outside of the tunnel and opted to make our way directly into Lavender Town. And with that said, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.